Beautiful day outside. Deconstruction video continues. Part 2. Alright, y'all. Let's continue with what we've been talking about. I was talking about just the people in general. I'm going to continue to talk about some of the people. Just be brutally honest with them. Especially because now I'm completely out the realm and out the rhythm of what they're going through now. I can finally just release everything. I might just make a completely new video and just overall be official about my exit towards the church. Again, I'm going the either Gnostic or the agnostic route. Because even then, I still don't know if your God still exists, but I could still be like, hey, you know, I still don't know if Jesus Christ is really, but his spirit, it's not like it's completely out the realm from me. It's not like I never felt Jesus Christ, like, and his presence in my life. I just think it's skewed. I just think everything I've been taught and learned over time is skewed. So I just gotta continue to reflect and learn for myself and explore. This is why I need it. I needed time and space and just figure my own self out, because I don't know what I'm doing. For real. I really don't. Because these people want me to know so bad. They want me to have a definitive answer for everything so bad. But I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. Or even most of the time. Like, these people hate when you're like, I don't know. For real. They don't have to directly tell me. It's just based off their reaction, based on how they maneuver after it. It just goes to show, bro, you hate when people are actually people. And you hate when humans are actually human. It's crazy. You'll automatically call anything a sin. I thought you were a person too. But it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. And I don't care how many times you talk about, oh, but you know, humans too, we make mistakes every now and then. Yeah, but there's a problem. You guys hold yourselves up to this such high standard, and you guys still don't live up to it, but you tell me what I should be doing. You uphold this standard, yet you're constantly criticizing and judging other people for not being exactly like you. You talk about these people, if there aren't Christians, like they're a bunch of homeless people. Like, that's weird behavior. Like, just because they're not Christians doesn't mean that they're lost souls. I've always found it so odd that they talk about lost souls in this fashion. They act like they're homeless. They act like they lost their entire shelter. Like, stop doing that shit, please. It's weird, dog. It's weird. I have such a big problem with it because it's like these people don't understand not everyone can be like you. Bro, if that was really the case, dude, nobody would be here right now. But guess what? Everybody's here having a good time in the park, and meanwhile, you're miserable. Or meanwhile, you're having to catch up on work, having to do Bible studies, and you're just playing pretend and doing this persecution gimmick. Enjoy your life a little bit, man. Go to the park or something. My goodness. Oh, but I do go to the park. I do chill. Yeah, but you probably view your family differently. I remember our leader one time, you know, the homophobic leader. Yes, he is going to be called a homophobic leader. I do not care. Just because he said it once or twice. Dude, there was two occasions of homophobia. 2 occasions. That's his legacy for me. I'll still be, we just have to be in a certain stage where, okay, they're cool and all. At the same time, this is not completely who you are. You have shown me on this certain occasion. This is exactly how you portray yourself. You portray yourself as a homophobe. You portray yourself as holier than thou. And even if you have funny moments, you use that as a cop-out. You use it as a way so people can lure people in, and so that you don't feel like you're being pushing them aside, or you're not acting as if you're not ruining partially their life, or brainwashing them, or indoctrinating them. Try getting on their good side so bad. or them, or you want them to see your good side so bad. Like, come on now. Come on. Be better. Seriously. I remember the leader one time was talking about some yeah, I know I'm flawed, but I'm also the same person. Well, this is just inference. This is just input. You know? Same person talking about some yeah, I'm also flawed too, but I'm also the same person that has still got a lot of work to do. But some of my family members that haven't been converted to Christianity are definitely going to hell. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with actually projecting that to somebody else, especially if you're a close family member? Even if you're not that close, do you think that's okay for you to just project your negativity and your weird vibe to another person, especially if you're close to them or you're related to them in blood? Nah, some people would call that weird, but in this case, for some odd reason, it's not weird. Some odd reason, it's not being an asshole. Pretty freaking funny. Pretty freaking funny. Alright then. Well, maybe it's a harsh truth, but you know, it is what it is, you know, you gotta be honest. Yeah, I can be honest too, that you ain't shit either. Bro, how come you telling each and every one of us we're all going to hell, and we're not on that right path, and we still got a lot of work to do? Well, you're the exact same person that has told me every step of the way that you are not going that route either. If you really want to make it seem like it's such a real thing, you're not going that route. I want to talk about another person that, look, all these people, I'm still giving, I still give them nice grace, you know. I'm not going to be like, project every single ounce of negativity just because I left. There's no point in that. However, you aren't going to get the treatment. All of you guys are getting the treatment. So first off, we will start off with one of the guys that now does some song leading. I mean, you were a quiet person for months, and then over the summer, the more opportunities that we got to be able to song lead, the more opportunities we got to be able to help out a little bit more, you've stepped up a lot. You've grown in your faith. I respect that. Again though, you were projecting to me one of the days where you act as if I wasn't doing a lick of anything. You act as if I was somebody that was just a slouch, somebody that just never goes to Bible talk, acting like I never went to a Bible talk. I have. I've been going to Bible talk for a while. There was a certain timeline where I haven't, but I've went after a while. But now it's such a big deal because all of a sudden you act as if I've never contributed to anything in the church. Oh, but you need to grow more. I can't be doing everything all alone now. Bro, we don't even live in the same damn borough. Like, we live in Queens, but we don't live in the same area, same city. We live in different cities. Same borough, yeah. Why are you acting as if I interrogated the church and I never done a single thing? All I did was just go to church and that's it. Dude, I literally went to midweeks. I literally went to some events. I don't want to hear nothing. I want to hear absolutely nothing. Why are you being so ungrateful to me? I did not think that there would be Christians in this space that would be this ungrateful, right until they were talking about some full heat desperations of just straight up not being content with some of the people or the amount of people that were in the space. Like, holy cow, be grateful. You are so lucky that I'm even in it. I should have been gone months ago, but I stayed all the way through. You know, I should have been lost my mind. But I held on, so I don't freaking make any type of attention to something that it doesn't even matter. Like, I don't really matter in this freaking context. I don't matter in this space anyways. I'm not important. But these people want to make it seem like I'm important. I'll go with my discipler that left months ago. The discipler I left with months ago, yes, we have some similarities, but just because we have some similarities, it doesn't mean that we have to constantly intertwine with literally everything. I constantly get intertwined with everything. Oh, you're exactly me in this particular instance. You're exactly me in this particular context. No, I'm not. Just because we act similar in some sense, it doesn't mean that I act exactly like you. Like, stop. Put it down, bro. Like, it makes it seem so desperate for me to just not allow myself to be my own person. It's annoying. It's really annoying. And I remember when he was talking about, oh, he really loves murderers. I see who you are. I see who you are now. You're somebody that just allows, you're probably really conservative. I'm gonna be honest. You were talking about that. Oh, God really loves murderers. In one of our Bible studies, to talk about God's love being unconditional. And then you talk about another time, oh, Donald Trump, orange melon head man, said there's only two genders. So, what, you didn't do biology class or something? Why all of a sudden it's so true when an orange melon head said it? I see you for who you are. You aren't who you think you are. For real. I can't believe you are my discipler, bro. I can't believe it. I know we have some similarities, and I know we had some good times, but you aren't a person that I wanted to hang out long term anyways. Plus, the age range between both of us, bro, you're a few decades earlier than me. You're almost 50 years old. I don't want to be consistently hanging out with you at all, and we haven't anyway, so. Oh yeah, one of the discipling times that I had, bro. One of the discipling times, even if sometimes the truth hurts, bro, he kind of did the thing where he make it seem like he was trying to help me out, but he actually judged me for who I am in one of the discipling times. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's still something that I'm still processing. Judging me for not being exactly who he thinks I'm supposed to be through his head. Remember the quote-unquote encouragement call when I missed church one time because of a family issue, and then they make it seem like I wanted to miss it so bad? It's something like that. Something similar to like that also happened within the discipleship time. And I don't remember exactly what it was, but I really felt that similar vibe. It's like, no wonder. Why do I attract so many people like that, you know? Maybe it's supposed to be like that. Maybe it was meant to be. It's just some of these people, bro. They're really, really testing me. They think that they're not even just above me. They really think just because they're in certain timelines of their life, they think that they could just tell me what to do in every instant. They could just be like, I'm a critique and judge you because you're not me, but I'm gonna frame it as encouragement. I'm gonna frame it as good critique. Like, no, you're not. You're not helping me. You're just making me feel bad about myself. That's your point. That's your goal. Your whole goal is to make me feel miserable. Your whole goal is to make me not like myself. You want me to be with God, so you want me to hate myself. Isn't that the point? You want me to suppress myself? You want me to sacrifice myself? You want me to be not myself. You want me to be God. You want me to be like Jesus. How am I supposed to be like Jesus if we don't even know truly who Jesus Christ actually is? Jesus Christ doesn't even express who he fully is in its entirety of the Bible. We barely get even any background of Jesus Christ. Even within some of the basics, we don't get enough of what he actually is and what he actually emulates as a person character. Not just within healing, not just with him preaching the word. I want an actual background of the actual person with a real life type of situation. Has he ever been in a situation where he went to school and something happened? Has he ever been in a situation where he has other family members that he needs to just visit. There's nothing like that. It's just fairy tale-esque. Do you not see that? Do you want me to talk about another few people? I can. I think the whole, I have no idea who
Excuse me.
Jesus Christ is as an actual person is a completely different video topic. And I will probably make it another video topic when I'm ready to process everything. Another person that I want to just let it be known is actually a few people that I go to Queens College with, just for Bible talk. The few people that I go to Queens College with, I know you're somebody that makes these video cuts and just send it to everybody ever since like a few months ago. And you do it so that we can just repost it on Instagram and we could just send it to random people and we could just share our faith that way. Because you guys perceive people that are not Christians as just these freaking lost souls, these freaking homeless dogs or whatever. It's so weird. I would rather use my abilities to make videos for something better. Like it's not bad to necessarily just make these little clips of certain verses and then have a lesson. But acting as if this is a problem solver and acting as if, yes, this is the way to go. I think you need to do more than just clips. I think you need to just make videos more. I think you need to just straight up just be more proactive with how you approach your faith. Because this feels very performative. Not because you're actually performing, but because I know performative is such a nonsensical term too. It's crazy, but at the same time, this whole stretch of just being more proactive because you got that wake-up call that you weren't doing enough and this, that, and the third. I know people are supposed to evolve their faith, but it just feels quote-unquote weird. Like, I know you're younger than me, you're more faithful than me, but you can't act and make it seem like he just has a weird personality too. I don't know what it is, but there's something very off. It is. It's not that he's schizophrenic. It's not that he has such weird history. No. It's their character. I'm looking at their character. I'm looking at their personality. Just weird personality, bland personality. There's nothing to be friends with him about. They wanted me to get closer with him, but I have no reason to be closer to somebody that I can't relate to or connect with in any shape or form. I could talk about being a trauma major, but other than that, I really don't want to go in depth because I can't connect with him in any way, shape, or form. It's not even just the fact that I think that he's on a different level from me or I think I'm above him or below. It doesn't matter. I just think he's weird. I just think he's strange. So, just off how he carries himself and just off how he portrays and presents himself, it makes it seem as if, just like some other people sometimes within the church faith, they make it seem like I'm somebody that just never does a jack of anything, and makes it seem as if I'm supposed to be somebody that they're envisioning. They're being intimidated by me. I know I'm going in circles with what is being pointed across, but this is just what it is. They're just intimidated by me. They're really intimidated by me. They don't really want to tell me straight up, and they should tell me straight up, but they don't want to. They're a pussy. You're really intimidated by my energy. You're intimidated that I can be brutally honest by any point and I can just lash out at any point. You and the other guy are mad weird. You and the other guy, y'all do a bit too much. Y'all are a bit too performative for me. Y'all mask yourselves too much. Let it out. It's okay. You don't have to be intimidated by me. I'm not that much of an intimidating person. Most people don't even know I exist like that for you to be this intimidated by me. I think you're doing too much. And you constantly call me for no reason. Oh, but you call me too much. You call me too much in the morning. Oh, but that's the point. You're supposed to be awake when you prepare calls. This, that. I don't like you guys calling me. I want you guys to just leave me alone. I want you guys to just stay away from me. I don't like you guys like that. And by the time that I finish just letting loose and just telling my parents I'm done, I'm deleting all of your numbers. I'm doing everything. I'm gonna make you guys forgettable in my life. It doesn't matter. I still have a lot to talk about within you guys because you guys got to give me a bunch of experiences to just look back on, whether it's good or bad or it's weird behavior. But I'm grateful for this experience even. Like, I'm cool with y'all, but again, I'm in a different playing field. I'm not boxed into some one-sided tunnel vision way of thinking like both you and all the other people, and including the homophobic leader. I'm not boxed to one way of thinking, and that's what you're intimidated by. I think you guys have gotten to a point to where even if you condone or agreed with some of my points or some of what I've been expressing with myself, whenever we have Bible talk, you guys are ultimately also thinking, I think it's going to get to a point where, do they even know I'm autistic? Let me not even go that route because I still have to process. Do they even know that I have autism? I feel like they're also inconsiderate of my autism. So, I don't know. I just think these people aren't as what they say they are. They're just completely intimidated by me. And if I were to leave, they're gonna think really different of me. I'm not making this up. I really sense it. I sense their energy. I can tell. I don't just say things to say things. And even if I have to process certain things, and some things I might have to tweak, dude, I'm being brutally honest. And I'm going to continue to be brutally honest because I do want to bring up another person that has completely altered my church experience. Remember the guy that I was talking about that gave me the call thinking that I didn't want to go to church? Yeah, he ain't shit. He ain't shit. He is not only a grifter, but he is somebody that I think that is fully masking himself. I feel like he's somebody that is performative to the max, performative in faith, performative in spirit. And even if somebody, he has some nice traits here and there, I view him very differently. I view him as somebody that, you know, of course he's trying to be a better person, but there's a particular reason why I'm viewing these people in such a pessimistic quote-unquote light. But I'm just being honest. These people aren't who you think they are. They really not. They're not. Because if you really come to think about it, they wouldn't be in this space then. They wouldn't be constantly going to church every single Sunday, every single Wednesday. They're always there. I'm always seeing them. Like, they need to be exploring themselves, not just shoved into a freaking locker room corner and just going to every single midweek, These people don't have legit lives. They don't have legit life experience. I have a problem with that. Because it just goes to show that you're brainwashed. It is what it is. You need to go out and explore life. You need to go out and be a person. Stop constantly putting yourself in a position to where you can be gullible and you can be susceptible to any and everything. You agree with everything. You don't disagree with anything. You allow other people's perspectives to really shape how you think instead of you allowing yourself to evaluate it and then come to an agreement or disagreement. But you allow yourself to reflect. You allow yourself to be warped into brainwashing. And I'm talking about that guy who, quote unquote, encouraged me. No, you didn't. You judged me. You criticized me for not being exactly like you. I don't like you. I genuinely haven't liked you since the summer. I haven't liked you for a long time. That's why I don't talk to you. I don't talk to most of you people anyways. Bro, it's rare for me to talk to you guys outside of church. That's why I'm talking about you guys right now. Because my views of you changed over time. And I'm glad it changed over time. Because y'all are weird. Okay, y'all don't have to be weird because you did some, oh, you bothered another person. No, it's because some of these extreme circumstances that I've been put through that involves you guys, y'all showed your character. Y'all are gullible. Y'all are brainwashed, okay? I feel like the other guys that were a part of church and that they're in the Long Island side of things, I think they're cool. I just don't think much of them enough because they don't really hang out like that with me. I think there's somebody that they just keep a lot to themselves. But at the same time, I feel as if, well, I just noticed. I noticed as well. I think you're 1 foot in and 1 foot out. One of them is 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I can notice that. But I don't really know too much about them because they're not such incremental parts. So it's not that they're insignificant. I don't think anybody within my experiences are insignificant. I think they'll be insignificant long term if I continue on with life, but they're a big part of my story. That's why I'm talking about these people so seriously, because they've impacted me one way or another. It doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. Y'all have some type of big impact on me, whether big or small. I don't think these guys have enough big impact on me. They don't really talk to me enough. And the furthest we've went is when we had a little barbecue at our shepherd's house in Forest Hills. I think that's the farthest. I know some of the other people, whether they're in Manhattan or they're just weird. I think some of them are mad weird. Especially, remember I was talking about one of them randomly going up to me and was like, oh, I have a job for you, and it's a job that I'm literally not qualified for. They think they can just do whatever they want with me. And then another guy, he was like, oh, you answer my text or calls because I'm supposed to be helping you tell me about you getting a job or what you want to do in life. And then all of a sudden, I gave you a response and then you never replied me back. I don't want to hear nothing from you. You want to complain about me not replying, but then the moment that you don't reply, oh, that's totally okay? Yeah, get out of my face. I don't like you already. I already don't like you from the get-go. I didn't like your energy like that, but it's even worse that you even have to tell me that I didn't do something that you completely didn't do yourself either. Yeah, I don't like you already. You're completely losing your mind. It's hilarious. It's hilarious how some of these people are. And then I remember in one of these awkward breakout rooms, I was talking to some of the people that were integral parts of the Philly or the New Jersey church. They were mad awkward. I mean, we had some conversation, but we were just sitting there for the most part if we weren't really talking about what we were supposed to be doing within the breakout room discussion. Whenever we had midweeks or congregational ones every now and then, back, what was it, in December when I talked about our homophobic leader wasn't really allowing that person to express what they're truly thinking. I remember that. It was during that entire month where we had congregational men's midweeks. Yo, I couldn't connect with these people. I couldn't. Even if I see some of them, they're pretty cool. And I know one of them is with my older brother in the police academy. Bruh, I'm glad I only know you for that. Just, hey, what's up? How are you? Because if I knew you more and more, I probably wouldn't like you like that either. So some of the people, I'm cool, very cool with just, hey, what's up? How are you? Like, hey, oh yeah, keep going, man. And that's what's up. I think I only liked and respected a few people. And that's one of the region leaders in Manhattan. I actually respect him a lot. even with aside from his faithfulness, I think overall he's a very brutally honest person. He's one of the only brutally honest people in the church space, genuinely. Like, at least he's within the faith, but he's actually brutally honest and respectful, and he doesn't just allow other people to brainwash him, you know? Like, I totally see that energy. Another guy, he's in the Manhattan region too. Another guy I respect, he's in the song leading worship. I respect him a lot. He's actually somebody that I actually connect with, and even if he's as faithful, I respect him because he doesn't minimize my experiences. We always have good talks. Yeah, I could talk about the other guy that I've faith shared with a few times. I don't really have much negative experience with him. I think he's somebody that's he's me in the sense of he's just not going to talk a lot. He's not doing much, but we do connect. I don't think I'm going to be long-term friends with him because he is in his late 50s, I'm pretty sure. So I can't really be hanging out with him like that. And he hasn't said anything weird. He hasn't said anything strange to me. He hasn't given me weird vibes, so I actually respect him for that. Be cool. It's not a significant part of my life. You're not insignificant. You're not unimportant. You're just somebody that allowed me to just free flow. Even if you constantly call me in the morning, just like the other two guys, because I missed the prayer call, that's the only flaw. That really is nothing significant. It's not important at all. It's really not. I can talk about the other few people. You know, they're one of the people that, hey, what's up, man? How are you? And I don't go too deep in with them. Yeah, they're also one of those people. Everyone else is like one of those type of people. Hey, what's up? How are you? Or if I see another region leader within the Bronx, I don't got much to say about him either, though. I don't really have much to say. It's been quite some time. The region leader in Brooklyn, don't got much to say. Still respect him. He has a little daughter that just came by last month, like the end of last month. So, hey, he's a father now. So, good luck to you with that. Good luck to you with that. Just allow your daughter to make her own choices eventually. So that they have their kids. Our region leader in the Bronx has two kids that are 7 years old, 5 years old. I don't remember who's 7 and who's 5 like that. It's a boy and a girl. So a daughter and son. Hopefully they can make their own choices in the long run. So, hey. I think that's all I have to pretty much say. It's just about the people in this particular moment that I really have to just let loose. Let's just be brutally honest about some of these people. They're not who you think they are. A lot of these people are mad weird and mad strange, especially if you hang out with them more and more. It's not because they don't align with me within thinking. They don't align with me personality-wise too. There's nothing to build upon. There's no sense of pursuing brotherhood. Even if there's midweeks of brotherhood, and I don't connect with you guys like that. I don't want to have a brotherhood with any of you. Like you could be in my same age range and I don't want to be brothers with you. Y'all just buddies. Y'all just acquaintances. You know? Dude, I hate having to accept this, dude, because I don't want to hate these people. I'm not even expressing hate to them that much. It's just what they show me. What the region leaders show me with the Catholicism is fake Christianity. You're an asshole. You push some people away from the faith. You push people away from not pursuing, and you didn't want to own up to it like that. You really didn't. You want to own up to it in the basic form. but not in its entirety. You didn't want to go out your way and actually apologize. You just went out your way and just act as if, oh, it's just another life experience. You didn't want to own up to it. You didn't want to be mature. And you're years and years and years into the faith. Years. And you still aren't mature like that. You're telling me and other people we aren't friendly because we didn't say numbers. You're telling us that we're going to hell still because we're still not doing enough. I don't want to hear nothing from you. I don't want to hear nothing from you. And you also use your funny echelon sense of self so that people can tolerate you. So, hey, I could still laugh at you. We could still be fun, and I could still acknowledge this is just pretend. This is just a mask. Dude, I can acknowledge myself doing that. Dude, I can acknowledge myself that, hey, I'm being cool with these people because I need to. There's no way, shape, or form that I can be mean to them. But I want to be mean to them so bad because I don't connect with you. I don't like you guys like that. But why would I be unreasonably mean? It makes no sense. Especially in a context where it could potentially cripple my opportunities at life, other life opportunities. You never know. It's like messed up, you know. I don't want to be super mean spirited to the point where I push people away. It's dumb. But that's just how it goes, man. Homophobically, we can have good moments. You sent us out for ice cream during Independence Day, but still, this is some weeks after your trans rant in the car with other people in it. Very awkward, but it happened, you know? We can talk about taking jabs at women during Men's Midweek, taking jabs at the LGBTQ community during Pride Month. Oh, and the trans talk was during Pride Month as well. Talk about how you don't allow other people to actually think for themselves, but you pretend you care about the other perspectives. You don't. If you really want me to talk about another leader in Long Island and you really want me to have a discussion, like, I've seen him twice. I've seen him when I was a child, and I seen him when I became an adult. So, I don't really have much to say about him. I just think he never has energy. Never. In certain cases, it could be like, oh, God gives you the energy, but you're so lethargic. It's like I can never have a discussion. I have such an uncomfortable time having a discussion with you. You're so low on energy sometimes. It's like me being mirrored in you, but without me having any personality. Me through you, but I never have an ounce of energy. Like, I don't really think that much of you. I really don't. I think the other guys within New Jersey, I think the couple in New Jersey, we also knew from when I was a child back to when I was older. I think that's like the only couple that I could think of at the moment that I actually really like, and I'll actually just be really cool just talking to them forever, even if they're faithful. Because, bro, I appreciate them a lot. I had such great times with them when I was a child, great times with them as an adult. We went to the mall together in New Jersey, had a good time. Like, bro, this is one of the times where I don't feel any type of weird energy. One of the times where I actually don't feel any. They're genuine. They're genuine about their faith. They're genuine about who they are. They don't hold back. They're not nonsensical. And they're not brainwashing other people to just be Christian. Even if they share the faith, they're not brainwashing. Like, bro, that freaking guy is just so cool, bro. He's so cool. Even if he's older, bro, he's still freaking cool. And yeah, the woman. I'm not gonna say names in these videos. They don't need to be said. They don't need to be thrown under the bus. These are just my experiences with people, so I'm not saying their names. Yeah, the woman, she's great too. her voice is a lot more raspier now, not because she's older, but she also had long COVID, so her voice is a lot more raspier. But back then, she was such a light of sunshine, bro. Still is. She's just a lot older. So, you know, whew, man, life is crazy, man. Life is really crazy. My experiences really dictate how I move forward sometimes. Sometimes I'm being warped and psyoped. Hey, it's okay, man. It's okay. You know, I don't regret having any type of relationship with these people. I don't have any regret meeting them. I don't have any regret just even being a Christian as certain. And then I stopped being a Christian in March. I don't regret it. You think I should have been out sooner? Yeah, you could debate that. I probably could have left months ago. But you know what? I kind of need it this time. I kind of need to have a stoppage now. Because now it gives me a collective outlook and a perspective. Because now I can ultimately break down what I've actually went through, and I have enough of a luxury to break down who these people genuinely are. These people aren't who they think they are for the most part. And a lot of these people are mad weird. It is what it is. I'm gonna keep saying it, I'm gonna keep reiterating it. Y'all just have to know that I don't have the best time. Maybe other people do. Maybe other people will have great times with them. Maybe they will connect instantly. My experiences doesn't mean that you can never talk to these people. Unless they have a weird case. But it's not that none of these people have weird cases. A lot of these people are they're also extremely flawed. You know? They're also extremely flawed. But some of them really think that they're above that type of timeline. It's, man, you know how much I don't like it. You know how much I don't like when people play pretend, and I can see right through you. It doesn't matter if you can see my heart for Christ if I'm aligned with Him. No, I see way past that. Life is bigger than just significant figures and humans in this society. If energy is that contagious, then it's not really about us in human bodies. It's about the energy that we encapsulate and we project and excavate over time. I'm looking to be more understanding and compassionate. I'm not looking to be an asshole and to be somebody that just pushes people away just because they're different from me. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world to be into politics. It's really bad at its worst when you're being brainwashed by it and you allow certain people to really dictate how you think. But you want to pretend that they're not actually contributing to your thinking. Religion isn't the issue. The humans itself making these systems is the issue. Maybe religion has done some damage, but from what I've seen, it's not that they've done damage, it's that religion has just simply just brainwashed, you know, and they want to pretend that they're not brainwashing. It's just like with school. I'm not telling people to stop going to school or to stop going to church. I'm telling people to really evaluate what you're doing in the process, because school can be draining and being at church consistently can be really draining. I'm not saying it's easy. Yes, we were told school is not easy either, and we're still forced to do it. It's like within church, if you get told that heaven and hell really exists, and you utilize fear-mongering as such a weapon, then of course we're gonna have to force ourselves to go back consistently, even if we're overwhelmed, because we're afraid of hell. That's the only reason why most of you guys are Christians anyways, is because you guys fear hell. But why would you be in that position if God apparently is all good? It makes no freaking sense then. You shouldn't be fearing God in that type of territory. Then He's not all good. He is all powerful though. He is all powerful for sure. But if He can't control certain things like, stopping a certain war from happening, then He's really not all powerful either. it's a weird paradigm. It's a weird contractual thing to agree upon when you conceptualize, when you actually put into practice some persistence. I really wonder, and I'm really concerned, if these people are really going to ever stop and to think about their faith. I'm talking about everybody in the church. I'm even talking about our own parents. Are you really going to stop and take a break and actually think about what you're doing? Probably not. Probably not. It's been over a year and a half since I've been in that church space again. And they have not shown signs of slowing down at any given point, aside from here and there vacations and if one of their parents died. But that was extremely rare. Extremely rare case. So I don't expect these people to grow out their ways of thinking. Most of them are a lot older. Some of them are like me, but I know what type of person they could really come out to, and especially within their age range, they think that they know everything. That's what I also think too about these guys. They think they know everything. It's pretty funny. They think that they're really about it. You're not. So that's what you need to be careful about. These type of people. It's not because they're super nice or it's concerning. It's not just concerning that they're nice or not concerning that they're treating you good. It's about how they also approach just the general energy. Just how they approach church, how they approach leading an ensemble, how they approach their lessons, how they approach the way they're framing their lessons. It's not just about niceness. It's not just about them just, hiding and masking themselves. It's bigger than that. We all have experiences of masking ourselves. And at the same time, I think some people are much more pro at hiding themselves. They're much more pro at pretending there's nothing particularly wrong with them. Not in terms of mental illness, or not even just that. We don't just want to assume anything. There's something wrong with them in terms of their personality, the way they express, quote unquote, their faith, the way how they treat other people, how they treat certain people, how they express certain thoughts. You see, I don't just bring these certain circumstances or these certain events up just because. Again, these parts are super significant in how I think of you. So it's not even just the fact or the motive that I'm thinking just only about this one part, but you have completely expressed and exuberate a lot of your thinking and your personality through this scenario, through this experience. And this is what you portray. This is what you put out to the world. I didn't ask of you to be somebody that I want to think less of or different of. You showed it to me. You expressed it to me straight up. And I have a reason to have a point or to revolt back, because this is not the way to go, man. We need to be adults, right? We need to be men of leaders. We need to be examples, right? So why are you still acting as if these things didn't happen? Why are you still acting like you weren't being homophobic a year ago during Pride Month? Why are you still acting like you weren't minimizing and talking shit about another group that you guys have similar cadences of? You can confront and be men and just be brutally honest with certain men, right? You can address sometimes some of the issues that you have and not act as if, I wanted to forgive because I'm afraid of. You could be brutally honest. Like, the only reason why you forgave the person that killed your brother when you were younger is because you were afraid of hell. You could just tell me that. You could just tell us that. It's okay. Why can't you guys just express that? Why can't you express that you fear hell? I have not heard one person in this entire space talk about their fear of hell. I'm serious. I'm not even joking. These people never talked one time about them being fearing of hell. They want to talk about not going to heaven. But why aren't they bringing up some of the issues within their past experiences? They want to talk about some of their lapses in personalities because they fear hell. Why they don't want to talk about the only reason why I did certain things because I was fearing hell. I was fearing that God would rebuke me. You know? Mad weird. They also talk hip-hop, mad weird. They talk hip-hop in a subtle racist way. And they're not directly racist, they're indirectly racist. Talk about their secular music. Most, or if not all of them, are secular music. I mean, we could talk about the Roots being like the only pure hip-hop group. Okay. What? I'm pretty sure there's other hip-hop groups out there that are pure. Why are you signaling them as the only ones? I found that so weird. Yo, they're indirectly racist. That was indirectly racist, but what can I really do? Even by talking about more of this in depth, still very odd that even my own parents wanted me to stop listening to hip-hop a year ago when I was becoming a disciple. I was just new into the gist of things. They really wanted me to sacrifice it. It's type wild. They never, even before we became Christian, they never liked when I listened to hip-hop. Never. They never. So in that sense, they're indirectly contributing to racism. They are. Because I mean, you didn't give valid reasons to why you didn't. The only thing that you gave within quote unquote valid reason or your own reason is, they vulgar profanity. They talk about too much street and killing each other. Yes, and then at the same time, that's too much generalizing. What if they're talking sometimes about their life? You know, I know it's messed up. I know some of it's propaganda. Some of the rappers in this space or is propaganda, pure nonsense. But that's not every single rapper. Some rappers are genuinely great storytellers, but because they sort of profanity or they talk about killing, you don't want me to listen to that music. You think I would just be psyop. I know music is frequency. Then again, not everything needs to be consumed in that fashion. You don't need to be consumed and be thoughted about that way. If it really bothers you, if you really have a tinkling sense of it, then yeah, you might as well just drop the whole genre. You might as well not listen to it. Just listen to pop. Just listen to R&B. Okay, that's your genre. Or listen to rock. Rock talks about doing coke and stuff too. They ain't any better. Pop. Some pop artists back then, they talk about coke too. They talk about drugs. They talk about depression. They talk about just letting emotions numb you out and let it be consumed by you. You don't talk nothing about that though. It's selective, man. It's selective. Everything that they constantly preach, it's coming from an extremely selective manner. Do we get it now? Life is just funny, man, sometimes. I'm not just leaving this space because I want to do whatever I want. It's not because of that. They're going to think so, but it's not true. They can just spew whatever information or whatever ideas that they made up in their mind and then just run away with it. They can do that all they want. For me, the reason why I need to leave this space is because I'm being brainwashed too much. I'm not being an actual person. I'm not experiencing other people. I'm not exploring. I'm not curious anymore. I'm being stagnated. Oh, but you want to not stagnate anymore. You need to continue to pursue God. How am I supposed to do that if he doesn't present himself? How am I supposed to do that? And you're not even helping me out with how am I supposed to pursue God then? Dude, you guys are not helping. Or do you guys even truly believe this faith if you're not going to even give me some type of answer. You're not gonna give me some type of exposure. You're not gonna give me some type of evidence. It's just mental gymnastics, Jackie Chan style nonsense. Alright. 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 The moment that I leave for good, officially, whether it's today, well, I better pray it's today. I'm gonna catch up with my brother later after this, talk about it, and we can go forward with it. Yeah, all your numbers are getting deleted. All of it. None of you guys are gonna have any type of access to me. If I see you guys wanting some type of access to me, I'm not picking up. I do not care. I don't want to talk to you anymore. You guys aren't my friends. You guys aren't close with me. I don't want you guys to be close to me. It is what it is, alright? Thank you guys for hearing me out. I know there's certain things I do want to build upon more, but that's going to have to be for different videos. I don't want to just shove it all into one video, then I could just might as well just make a documentary. I could just make a few documentary part series. It's funny. I could really make a reality TV show with this type of experience that I had. I really can. I really can. I can make a great TV show idea about being brainwashed in a church. That would be a great idea. Whew. I made a video about it before. So, stay safe out there. You don't know what you're going through, so still be kind to other people. Still be great. Still be careful with what you listen to, of course, and what you eat. Just don't make it seem like everything is all bad. You know, I know some foods aren't really good for you. Just don't eat them every single day. Don't eat them every single week. Once in a while is great. You don't have to just listen to one genre. You can listen to multiple genres. You'll be fine. Just don't allow it to dictate how you think. Alright? Just be careful. Stay safe. Be who you are because you want to be who you are. Or if you're still struggling today, you will survive another day, and that's your ultimate goal sometimes. But you gotta put yourself in a position to be better. I don't know how to. Eventually, some people start somewhere, and you gotta start from somewhere. Starting from somewhere can just be as small as getting up in the morning. Hey, it is what it is, man. Sometimes the standards are low, sometimes the standards are high. So, I mean, we live in a very complex, sophisticated world.